wake up to the echoes of a love that slipped away. Your voice still lingers softly, though it doesn't wanna stay. I reach for empty spaces where your hands used to be, and I wonder how a heart can break this endlessly. I try to hide it, try to push it out of sight, but the ache inside me never leaves at night. Where do I put all this pain? The kind that keeps falling like unending rain. I've got no place for these tears to go, no one to tell, nowhere to show. Every memory, every word you said feels like a stone on the chest of the life I led. Where do I put all this pain? Because loving you left me with nothing to gain. Carry all the moments that we never could rewind. The laughter turned to silence, the yours I cannot find. Your shadow follows me through days I try to survive, and I can't escape the ache of feeling less alive. I whisper to the walls, but they only echo back. A lonely kind of comfort for a heart under attack. Where do I put all this pain? It's buried in my chest like a permanent stain. I've tried to let it go, tried to start anew, but everywhere I turn I still see you. The love I gave, the tears I shed, now live in the silence of the words unsaid. Where do I put all this pain? When every beat reminds me of what's been slain. Maybe time will teach me how to set it down. Maybe one day the grief won't feel like it owns this town. But tonight I'm lost, I don't know what to do, because all I have left is the memory of you. Where do I put all this pain? It's heavy like the night and endless like the rain. I've got no home for the hurt inside, no place to run, no place to hide. Every heartbeat, every sigh is a reminder that love can leave you dry. Where do I put all this pain? When nothing feels the same. It started with the way you stopped holding my hand. Love was slipping through your fingers like sand. Your smile faded somewhere I couldn't reach, and every word you said fell out of sync with me. I tried to pull you close, but you leaned away. Your heart already halfway gone that day. I felt the end before it even began. I'm losing you all over again. You keep drifting like a memory I can't save, and every sunrise feels more like a wave that pulls you farther from where we've been. And I'm losing you all over again. I'm losing you all over again, like watching the same heartbreak replay in my hands. I beg the past to change, but it won't bend. You're slipping through me just like then. I'm standing here, the same broken end. I'm losing you all over again. You talk to me, but your eyes are somewhere else, a distant place where I don't exist. I try to find you in what we used to be, but love's unraveling at every seam. You say you care, but the warmth is gone. Just echoes of a love that once burned strong. How do I fight a war I can't win when I'm losing you all over again? Every moment feels like deja vu, a replay of the day I first lost you. It hurts to feel this familiar pain. I'm losing you all over again. I'm losing you all over again, like watching the same heartbreak replay in my hands. I beg the past to change, but it won't bend. You're slipping through me just like then. I'm standing here, the same broken end. I'm losing you all over again. Maybe some stories break the same way twice. No matter how much love you sacrifice, maybe some goodbyes never truly end. They just return in different versions of the pain. I'm losing you all over again. Every moment feels like a fading fire. kept the door wide open, waiting for you to walk back in. But all I got was silence where your heartbeat used to live. You promised me forever, then you slipped out of my hands. And I'm still standing in the ruins of the love we once began. I tried to hold on tighter, but you loosened every thread. And now the only thing you left is the words I never said. You left me loving you alone, holding pieces of a heart you no longer call your own. I'm drowning like nothing's wrong, and you left me loving you alone. I still set a place beside me every night you're not around, hoping you might miss me in the spaces love once found. But you stopped reaching for me long before you walked away. I just didn't see the ending written in your gaze. You slowly taught your heart to lead while mine refused to learn. Now I'm holding ashes from a fire that won't return. You left me loving you alone, talking to the shadows like they somehow bring you home. You built a brand new life while I'm breaking on my own, trying to survive the hurt you've never known. You let go while I held on. Yeah, you left me loving you alone. Maybe I loved harder than your heart was built to take. Maybe you were searching for a softer place to break. But why did you let me fall so deep in something you outgrew? Why did you let me love you long after you were through? You left me loving you alone, with a heart that's stuck on yesterday, while yours has flown. I'm learning how to breathe without the love I used to own, letting go of dreams that never could have grown. But it still hurts knowing you've moved on, and you left me loving you I still hear your footsteps, leaving like an echo in my chest. You walked out with your reasons, left me holding all the rest. I try to stitch the pieces where our love began to tear, but every time I close my eyes, you're still not there. It's hard to let go when your shadow still stays, when the memory of you won't fade away. This is the goodbye that won't heal, a wound that time keeps opening again. I'm living through a pain I can't conceal. Loving you still feels like losing everything. You're gone, but your absence is painfully real. This is the goodbye that won't heal. Your name still breaks the quiet like a whisper from the past. I keep reaching for a moment I knew could never last. You taught me how to love you, then you taught me how it ends. And I'm left with the pieces that I can't pretend. I tell myself I'm stronger, but the nights prove me wrong. When my heart cries for you long after you've moved on. This is the goodbye that won't heal, the kind that leaves you hurting without a cure. I'm trying to let go, letting go has never hurt this much before. Every tear is another truth I can't conceal. This is the goodbye that won't heal. Maybe healing isn't meant for every broken heart. Maybe some goodbyes haunt you from the very start. Maybe losing you is something I'll always carry, a love I couldn't say, a pain I'll always bury. This is the goodbye that won't heal, a scar that keeps reminding me of you. I'm standing in the ruins of something real, wishing I knew how to unbecome us two. But some goodbyes cut deeper than the ones we feel. And yours is the goodbye that won't heal. I still hear your footsteps, leaving like an echo in my chest. You walked out with your reasons, left me holding all the rest. I tried to stitch the pieces where our love began to tear, but every time I close my eyes, you're still not there. It's hard to let go when your shadow still stays, when the memory of you won't fade away. This is the goodbye that won't heal, a wound that time keeps opening again. I'm living through a pain I can't conceal. Loving you still feels like losing everything. You're gone, but your absence is painfully real. This is the goodbye that won't heal. Your name still breaks the quiet like a whisper from the past. I keep reaching for a moment I knew could never last. You taught me how to love you, then you taught me how it ends. And I'm left with the pieces that I can't pretend. I tell myself I'm stronger, but the nights prove me wrong. But when my heart cries for you long after you've moved on, this is the goodbye that won't heal, the kind that leaves you hurting without a cure. I'm trying to let go of what I still feel, but letting go has never hurt this much before. Every tear is another truth I can't conceal. This is the goodbye that won't heal. Maybe healing isn't meant for every broken heart. Maybe some goodbyes haunt you from the very start. Maybe losing you is something I'll always carry, a love I couldn't say, a pain I'll always bury. This is the goodbye that won't heal, a scar that keeps reminding me of you. I'm standing in the ruins of something real, wishing I knew how to unbecome us two. But some goodbyes cut deeper than the ones we feel. And yours, I felt it in your silence long before you said a word. The way your arms stopped reaching like you barely even cared. You used to hold me close like I was everything you need. Now I'm standing here wondering when you stop loving me. Your eyes don't light up anymore when I walk through the door. And I keep pretending, but I know the score. You forgot how to love me, somewhere between the nights we shared and all the ones you spent away. You forgot how to touch me, like your heart packed up and left without a single word to say. I'm breaking quietly, watching you slip free. Yeah. You forgot how to love me. We used to talk for hours, now our words just disappear. You're next to me in body, but your heart is never here. I keep trying to hold on, but there's nothing left to keep. Just memories of promises you never meant to keep. I whisper I still love you, but the truth cuts through the air. You don't say it back, don't even care. You forgot how to love me. Like the fire in your chest just turned to ashes overnight. You forgot how to need me. Like I'm only a shadow fading slowly from your life. I'm losing the way things used to be, because you forgot how to love me. Maybe you were slipping long before I ever knew. Maybe loving me felt heavier the more I loved you. But I wish you would have told me when your heart began to fade, instead of letting mine break slowly, day by day. Oh, you forgot how to love me, and now I'm learning how to let go of what's already gone. You forgot how to love me, so I whisper my goodbye and finally move on. But it hurts like truth I didn't want to see, that you forgot how to love me. Is the goodbye that won't be. The room is filled with shadows where your heartbeat used to be. I swear I hear you breathing in the space right next to me. The bed's too cold and empty. The silence cuts like wine, and every echo in this house reminds me you're not mine. I try to turn the lights on just to chase the dark away, but nothing's bright enough to make your memory fade. Your absence is loud tonight. It's screaming in the quiet, pulling me apart inside. I'm drowning in the space you left behind. Every heartbeat feels like a goodbye. I thought silence meant peace, but I was wrong. Your absence is loud tonight, and it's been loud for so long. Laughter still in corners where we used to fall in love. Now I hear it in my mind like a ghost who won't give up. I keep reaching for your warmth, but all I touch is air, and it kills me that you're gone while your memory's everywhere. I whisper that I'm fine, but Your absence is loud tonight. It echoes through the walls like a heartbreak coming back to life. Every tear feels heavier than the last, dragging me through pieces of our past. I thought I'd learn to sleep without your light, but your absence is loud tonight. Maybe love is louder when it's gone. Maybe healing is just trying to carry on. But no matter how I breathe, the quiet still screams. You took my peace the day you left me. Your absence is loud tonight, a thunder in the silence that keeps me up till morning light. I'm tired of missing someone who moved on, tired of pretending I'm strong. But even if I turn the world off tonight, your absence will still be loud, loud in every corner of my life. I felt the seasons changing in the way you said my name. Like every word was colder, like love was slipping away. You used to hold me tightly like you never let me go. But somewhere in the quiet, you stopped loving me slow. I try to keep the moments from falling through the cracks, but you were already fading, never looking back. I wish you loved me longer, just a little more before you close the door. I wish your heart stayed stronger, instead of giving up on what was worth fighting for. You left me with memories I can't run, a love that dimmed too fast, too young. Oh, I wish you loved me longer. We built a world of promises we never learned to keep. You said forever softly, then you tore it from my reach. I'm standing in the ruins of the life we almost had, trying to forgive a heartbreak that still hurts this bad. You found tomorrow somewhere else while mine stayed stuck on you. just enough to feel the love I still feel for you. I wish your heart stayed warmer instead of turning cold the moment I needed you. I'll heal someday, but tonight feels stronger, 'cause I wish you loved me just a little longer. I remember when your heartbeat felt like home against my chest, when every kiss was certain, when we gave each other our best. But slowly all the warmth you held began to fade away, and I kept trying to pretend we were still okay. I felt the distance growing, and every word you didn't say, you were slipping through my fingers more and more each day. Your love didn't stay the same, it changed like seasons. I wasn't ready for what once felt like forever. Started closing every door. You held me like I mattered, then let go like it was nothing to break. Your love didn't stay the same, but mine stayed until it did. To laugh for hours, now we barely even speak. The fire that once saved us turned into a fading heat. You took your promises with you when your heart began to roam, and I'm left holding memories in a house that's not a home. You stopped reaching for my hand, stop meeting me halfway, and I learned the hardest truth: some love just drifts away. Your love didn't stay the same, it dimmed until my hope became a bruise. I kept giving everything while you were already choosing to lose. You walked out of forever like it was never ours to claim. Your love didn't stay the same, but I'm the one who took the blame. Maybe hearts can change without a warning sign. Maybe you were fighting battles you couldn't make mine. But if leaving was your peace, I wish you told me then, instead of fading slowly again and again. Your love didn't stay the same, it turned into a shadow I could never chase. And though I'm learning to let go, your ghost still lingers in this place. I gave you all I had, you gave me goodbye wrapped in my name. distance in your eyes every time you look my way, like you're standing in the doorway of a love that couldn't stay. Your touch has lost its warmth, your smile doesn't reach your soul, and I'm trying to pretend, but I already know. You're here beside me, but you're already gone. I'm holding on to someone who's moving on. Your heart isn't mine anymore. I can hear it closing every time you turn away. You don't love me like before. The silence tells me everything you're scared to say. You've slipped through my hands like waves on the shore. Yeah, your heart isn't mine anymore. We used to fall asleep, tangled up like we were one. Now you sleep on the edges, like the night can't be undone. I trace the ghost of who we were, but the past won't come alive. No matter how I reach for you, I can't bring back our fire. I keep hoping for a spark where there's only cold air. Loving someone who's no longer there. Your heart isn't mine anymore. You're fading like a memory I can't hold on to. Every goodbye hits me harder than before. I'm breaking from the truth I see in you. We're falling apart, and I can't ignore that your heart isn't mine anymore. Maybe love just changes, maybe it just slips away. Maybe holding on to you is how I lose myself someday. But letting go of everything we had feels like the hardest heartbreak I'll ever understand. Your heart isn't mine anymore, but mine's still beating for the love you don't feel now. I'll try to walk away, though it cuts me to the core. I just don't know how. But I'll leave before I'm hurting even more. Yeah, your heart isn't mine anymore. I still hear the moment when your voice began to shake, when you said you couldn't love me in the way I hoped you'd stay. The door closed soft behind you, but the sound still cuts like glass. A quiet kind of heartbreak that refuses to ever pass. You took your footsteps with you, but the echo never left. Now every breath I take reminds me what you kept. Your goodbye lives in my chest, a weight I carry everywhere I go. It beats inside me with the rest of all the things I'm scared to let you know. You're gone, but somehow you're still here, a ghost I can't forget, a truth I can't repress. Yeah, your goodbye lives in my chest. I try to move on slowly, but the memories pull me back to the warmth we used to share, to everything we lacked. I still trace the outline of the love you left undone, trying to find the pieces of when we were still one. I tell myself it's over, but my heart just won't agree. It keeps replaying moments that were never meant to be. Your goodbye lives in my chest, a whisper I can't silence or erase. It lingers where my heart once felt the safest place. Every night I feel it tightening like regret, a reminder of the love we never met. Your goodbye lives in my chest. Maybe I'll heal someday, maybe I'll learn to let you go, but healing doesn't answer all the questions I still hold. You moved on to sunlight while I stayed here in the rain, trying to find a reason for this never-ending pain. Your goodbye lives in my chest, a heartbeat that remembers what you chose to forget. I'm learning how to breathe again, but the ache is something I still haven't met. You took the future, left the rest, and now I carry what hurts best. Your goodbye lives in my chest. I held on to your promises like daylight in the rain. You said forever softly, but forever never came. I gave you all my strength when your storms were at my door, but somehow I'm the one left hurting even more. You walked away so easy, like my heart was just a chore, and now I'm drowning in the silence you ignore. This is the pain I never asked for, the tear-stained nights, the wounds I can't hide anymore. I loved you deeper than you knew, but love wasn't enough to keep you. You left me breaking on the floor. This is the pain I never asked I couldn't make you strong. You said you needed space, but what you really meant was leave. And now I'm learning how to breathe without the air you stole from me. I hear your ghost in every room. It knocks me to the core. A goodbye that hurts more than the night before. This is the pain I never asked for. The broken dreams scattered on my bedroom floor. You love me just long enough to disappear, leaving pieces of your shadow everywhere. You turn my heart into a war. Oh, this is the pain I never asked for. Maybe someday I'll heal from everything you left, but right now I'm still learning how to live with less of your voice, less of your touch, less of believing I was ever enough. This is the pain I never asked for, but it's the only thing you ever gave for sure. You walked away like love meant nothing at all, and I'm still here trying not to fall. But I'm stronger than I was before, even with the pain I never asked for. I'll let you go, though it cuts me to the core, and carry the pain I never asked for. The nights are colder than they used to be. Your ghost still lies in the empty sheets. I whisper your name into the dark, but only silence answers back my heart. I replay every word you said. The promise is still living in my head. You walked away without a sound, and I'm still trying not to break down. Maybe love was never meant to stay. Maybe you were always meant to fade. But I can't teach my heart to learn a world where you don't return. I still wait for your return, like a fire that refuses to burn, like a door that's open wide inside. I still hope you'll change your mind. Come back to the life you left behind. Even when it hurts, I never learn. I still wait for your return. Your shadows linger on my walls. I hear your footsteps in the hall. I keep pretending you're running late, not gone forever, just making me wait. Your coffee cup's still on the shelf, and I can't throw away what we once felt. Every little thing reminds me still of a love that time can't heal. Maybe I should let this go someday, but letting go has never felt this strange. My heart keeps beating for the chance that you'll walk back into my hands. I still wait for your return, like a fire that refuses to burn, like a door that's open wide for someone who won't come inside. I still hope you'll change your mind. Come back to the life you left behind. Even when it hurts, I never learn. I still wait for your return. If you ever feel the night get lonely, if you ever wish you'd held me closely, you'll find me where you left me standing, still believing, still pretending that someday you'll walk back through that door and love me like before. I still wait for your return, even knowing you may never turn. I still leave the light on laid, still whisper your name as I wait. Maybe it's hope, maybe it's hurt, but my heart keeps choosing you first. Even when the truth starts to burn, I still wait. I still wait for your return. I felt the moment when your heartbeat changed, when every touch started pulling away. You stopped looking at me the same. like love in me had become a weight. I tried to hold on to what we were, but you grew quiet, colder, unsure. You turned our forever into a past and left me standing in the aftermath. You said nothing, but your silence screamed, tearing down all the pieces of my dreams. You let our love collapse like a building with no map. One crack became a broken floor, then you walked out through the door. I tried to hold us up again, but you let go of everything. No warning, no turning back. You let our love collapse. Your promises fell like fragile glass, shattered truths you hid in the cracks. I held them close even when they hurt, still hoping you'd remember my words. But every day you drifted more, a stranger where my heart once soared. You didn't fight, didn't even ask, just left our world turning into ash. And I kept reaching for your fading light, but you chose the dark and left me behind. You let our love collapse like a building with no map. One crack became a broken floor, then you walked out through the door. I tried to hold us up again, but you let go of everything. No warning, no turning back. You let our love collapse. Maybe I love too hard, too true, but I would have rebuilt it all for you. You didn't stay, didn't look back. You left everything we had to fall apart in my hands. You let our love collapse, left me holding what we had. The pieces still cut when I touch them, but I can't pretend they're whole again. You chose to leave, I chose to last. Now I'm buried in the wreck of our past. No We started like a wildfire, burning bright in every touch. Hearts that swore forever, but forever asked too much. We tried to fix the pieces that were breaking in our hands. Loving you felt easy until the pain began. We kept pretending we were fine, though the truth was in our eyes. Holding on to something that was slowly saying goodbye. We loved until it hurt too much, until every kiss fell out of touch. We tried, but trying wasn't enough. Our hearts were tired, our love was rough. We fell apart instead of rising up. Yeah, we loved until it hurt too much. We whispered all our secrets into nights that felt so long. But somewhere in the silence, we forgot where we belonged. You stopped reaching for my hand, I stopped asking you to stay, and everything we built just slowly slipped away. We held on 'cause letting go felt like losing who we were, but losing us together somehow hurt even worse. We loved until it hurt too much, until every memory felt like a cut. We fought the truth, but truth fought back. Some loves break where they can't come back. We kept the pieces, but we lost our touch. Yeah, we loved until it hurt too much. Maybe we were meant to meet, just not meant to last. Maybe love grows heavy when it holds too much of the past. Maybe saying goodbye is the kindest thing we'll ever do. Letting go of me, letting go of you. We loved until it hurt too much, until holding on felt more like giving up. We ran out of reasons, we ran out of luck. Two hearts breaking at the same time, tough. I'll always remember how we loved that much, even when it hurt, even when it hurt too much. Watched you turn away so quietly. No tears, no hesitation in your feet. You packed your dreams and left mine behind, as if our love was just a moment in time. I begged for reasons, but you gave me none. Just a tired smile saying what we had is done. You walked into a future I can't see. You chose a life without me, and I'm standing here in the space you left. trying to breathe in a room with no air. You chose a life without me, a world where my heart doesn't belong. You let go so easily while I'm still holding on. You turned our forever into a memory, left me wondering what I wasn't meant to be. You walked away, you didn't even look back to see. You chose a life without me. I still replay the plans we made in life, the whispers we shared in the dead of night. I thought love meant fighting for one more chance, but you walked out like it was your only plan. Now I sift through the pieces of what's left, trying to understand how you moved on so fast. Every dream we built fell instantly when you chose a life without me. Maybe your heart let go long before mine. Maybe I just didn't see the signs. You chose a life without me, a world where my face fades away. You let go so quietly, as if I never made you stay. You turned our forever into a memory, left me standing in the ruins of what used to be. You didn't pause, didn't think, didn't grieve. You chose a life without me. I hope you find whatever you were searching for, even if it means I'm not part of your world anymore. But it breaks me every time I see that you're living the life you wanted, and it's one without me. You chose a life